I was not protected at noon. I was not protected at noon. I promise I'll be fast. I promise I'll be fast. Do you want to play football? Do you want to play football? He studies history every day. He studies history every day. Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to stay? The cake is too dry to eat. The cake is too dry to eat. Are our brothers golfers? Are our brothers golfers? The cinema is closed on Mondays. The cinema is closed on Mondays. Modern art is not for me. Modern art is not for me. I'm not a big fan, I'm just curious. I'm not a big fan, I'm just curious. He doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't eat sugar. Is there a gift registry service? Is there a gift registry service? Always freelance. Always freelance. Dogs bark loudly. Dogs bark loudly. Do you have weekly advertising? Do you have weekly advertising? Informative. Informative. Can she babysit every year? Can she babysit every year? He doesn't like spicy food. He doesn't like spicy food. Can I go to the notifications and actions button? Can I go to the notifications and actions button? Her mother-in-law is a minister. Her mother-in-law is a minister. I think I'm drowning him. I think I'm drowning him. I'm determined to win this time. I'm determined to win this time. Can I have a cabin with a lake view, please? Can I have a cabin with a lake view, please? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Why are you going to school? Why are you going to school? Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else. It sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Will we give work at dawn? Will we give work at dawn? They go to school on their bicycles. They go to school on their bicycles. Learn the hard way. Learn the hard way. Has he finished his project yet? Has he finished his project yet? Get to the point. Get to the point. There is a bicycle in the backyard. There is a bicycle in the backyard. Going shopping is fun. Going shopping is fun. The bus ride was quite comfortable. The bus ride was quite comfortable. Isn't he a journeyman in the dusk? Isn't he a journeyman in the dusk? My son was a ballerina. My son was a ballerina. He could run at dusk. He could run at dusk. I wish you a wonderful birthday. I wish you a wonderful birthday. To summarize, we decided to do this. To summarize, we decided to do this. Your brothers were cameramen. Your brothers were cameramen. I might end up with Fortnite. I might end up with Fortnite. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Will they wear it after 5 years? Will they wear it after 5 years? Be careful when crossing the street. Be careful when crossing the street. Take your time, there is no need to rush. Take your time, there is no need to rush. Couldn't he focus? Couldn't he focus? When will you go home? When will you go home? I'll get right to the point. I'll get right to the point. I wasn't feeling well yesterday. I wasn't feeling well yesterday. It may not go away after a year. It may not go away after a year. They are cheering for their team. They are cheering for their team. I will take deep breaths. I will take deep breaths. I need new shoes. I need new shoes. May I answer? May I answer? We admire his determination. We admire his determination. His stepmother is a civil engineer. His stepmother is a civil engineer. They lack the necessary resources. They lack the necessary resources. Is your father a physiologist? Is your father a physiologist? Should not garden for 10 years. Should not garden for 10 years. Will he normally be a sailor? Will he normally be a sailor? I need to make a timeline. I need to make a timeline. I don't notice anything special about it. I don't notice anything special about it. I would be working in 2 years. I would be working in 2 years. I'm going to the dentist. I'm going to the dentist. Was her husband a midwife? Was her husband a midwife? Can't be missing often. Can't be missing often. I will break for you. I will break for you. According to the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. According to the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. I go to the beach to relax. I go to the beach to relax. He knows how to swim. He knows how to swim. I just want them to love you. I just want them to love you. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you a drink? Didn't he rarely collect? Didn't he rarely collect? He is rarely a coach. He is rarely a coach. I will note your doctor request. I will note your doctor request. I might be late for our appointment. I might be late for our appointment. We haven't been involved before. We haven't been involved before. They play tennis every weekend. They play tennis every weekend. Put 2 and 2 together. Put 2 and 2 together. English is easier than Chinese. English is easier than Chinese. Was your son a carrier? Was your son a carrier? We are getting married in June. We are getting married in June. Haven't you done an internship yet? Haven't you done an internship yet? Were your parents florists? Were your parents florists? Do we need to walk later? Do we need to walk later? I will go for a walk. I will go for a walk. This will not happen in our lifetime. This will not happen in our lifetime. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Can we get organized? Can we get organized? I would like to remind you that. I would like to remind you that. How many cars are there? How many cars are there? Dependency policy. Dependency policy. The museum is open to the public. The museum is open to the public. They will answer. They will answer. The article is so well prepared. The article is so well prepared. Won't you increase? Won't you increase? I usually eat breakfast at home. I usually eat breakfast at home. Can't you be the songwriter of the decade? Can't you be the songwriter of the decade? I was confused. I was sad. I was confused. I was sad. His cousins were orthopedists. His cousins were orthopedists. Was I a concentrator next year? Was I a concentrator next year? Cannot reduce normally. Cannot reduce normally. Get advice from someone. Get advice from someone. Be independent. Be independent. Has he designed it at home before? Has he designed it at home before? I'm planning to start a new business. I'm planning to start a new business. How often do you cook at home? How often do you cook at home? If I see him, I'll say hello. If I see him, I'll say hello. What should I do now? What should I do now? Present continuous time. Present continuous time. Your grandfather is the babysitter. Your grandfather is the babysitter. The train leaves at 7 o'clock. The train leaves at 7 o'clock. Soon you won't be able to move on. Soon you won't be able to move on. Would I take a step? Would I take a step? My stepson was an artist. My stepson was an artist. We can often defend. We can often defend. They didn't watch. They didn't watch. Your stepsister was a landscape architect. Your stepsister was a landscape architect. I am a member of a dance club. I am a member of a dance club. I will be a salesperson for 10 years. I will be a salesperson for 10 years. Speaking of which, did you see the last episode? Speaking of which, did you see the last episode? Do I understand correctly? Do I understand correctly? Thanks for going out of your way. Thanks for going out of your way. Do you speak English fluently? Do you speak English fluently? Can I go to the taskbar? Can I go to the taskbar? It's as good as new. It's as good as new. Are you coming? Are you coming? Your grandfather is a singer. Your grandfather is a singer. I am 20 years old. I am 20 years old. How do I say hello in Mandarin? How do I say hello in Mandarin? The tension builds perfectly. The tension builds perfectly. Could provide immediate financing. Could provide immediate financing. We are not happy with your prices. We are not happy with your prices. He was a producer. He was a producer. Can I use Apple Pay or Google Pay? Can I use Apple Pay or Google Pay? I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. I can teach every year. I can teach every year. I have to study for a history exam on Saturday. I have to study for a history exam on Saturday. I feel great. I feel great. He cut himself while shaving. He cut himself while shaving. I feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like I'm dreaming. The cinematography is astounding. The cinematography is astounding. I enjoy social gatherings. I enjoy social gatherings. My goal is to work hard. My goal is to work hard. Were our children freelancing? Were our children freelancing? We were late for the movie. We were late for the movie. I will buy a new car. I will buy a new car. Was our grandmother a tailor? Was our grandmother a tailor? Personally, I believe it. Personally, I believe it. I'll call your family and let them know you're ready. I'll call your family and let them know you're ready. You're right about that. You're right about that. Must butcher at noon. Must butcher at noon. I generally prefer. I generally prefer. We are constantly improving. We are constantly improving. Can't I save? Can't I save? Did I reject it now? Did I reject it now? You are a reliable person. You are a reliable person. Would he assume? Would he assume? The doctor will be with you shortly for an update. The doctor will be with you shortly for an update. I take a nap when I feel tired. I take a nap when I feel tired. What is your favorite type of wine? What is your favorite type of wine? We were going to wrestle in 4 weeks. We were going to wrestle in 4 weeks. Put a bug in someone's ear. Put a bug in someone's ear. Can I go to my next lesson? Can I go to my next lesson? How are you? How are you? I'm in the room with the toys. I'm in the room with the toys. They need urgent help. They need urgent help. Don't forget to turn off the lights. Don't forget to turn off the lights. The next item on the agenda. The next item on the agenda. The movie is interesting. The movie is interesting. Keep this a secret. Keep this a secret. I'm not over the hill yet. I'm not over the hill yet. Your cousins are journalists. Your cousins are journalists. Did you hear that noise? Did you hear that noise? Please let me know your thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts. Is your nephew a decorator? Is your nephew a decorator? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Is my mother-in-law an actress? Is my mother-in-law an actress? He was an anthropologist at the time. He was an anthropologist at the time. These are my favorite songs. These are my favorite songs. His sister is a guard. His sister is a guard. Didn't he compete? Didn't he compete? We cannot be factory workers in the dark. We cannot be factory workers in the dark. Each student must complete the task. Each student must complete the task. I have to call my family tonight. I have to call my family tonight. Let's move on to the next point. Let's move on to the next point. You are on the path to a successful recovery. You are on the path to a successful recovery. I saw a shooting star at night. I saw a shooting star at night. Won't you undertake? Won't you undertake? My uncle is a doctor. My uncle is a doctor. Are we welders every week? Are we welders every week? Would you like to come with us? Would you like to come with us? You are a creative thinker. You are a creative thinker. Haven't we always been masseuses? Haven't we always been masseuses? He shouted 1 minute ago. He shouted 1 minute ago. They may not be able to introduce it sooner. They may not be able to introduce it sooner. We did not make a statement. We did not make a statement. Who's that? He is my brother. Who's that? He is my brother. They cook dinner together. They cook dinner together. Can you help me with my homework? Can you help me with my homework? Can't I contain it? Can't I contain it? He couldn't become a historian last year. He couldn't become a historian last year. I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful. How old are you? How old are you? He always comes late to meetings. He always comes late to meetings. These are my friends. These are my friends. Doesn't he join at dusk? Doesn't he join at dusk? You will need physical therapy. You will need physical therapy. Can't he do missionary work later? Can't he do missionary work later? I won't start often. I won't start often. He has a strong work ethic. He has a strong work ethic. It can be questioned at noon. It can be questioned at noon. Can't you be a physicist then? Can't you be a physicist then? She shouldn't be modeling at dawn. She shouldn't be modeling at dawn. Your grandson is a consultant. Your grandson is a consultant. I can't prove it later. I can't prove it later. Was our friend an airman? Was our friend an airman? His nephew is the editor. His nephew is the editor. He never wears a hat. He never wears a hat. Didn't I become a scientist? Didn't I become a scientist? He bought a toy for his son. He bought a toy for his son. Aren't they a bi-weekly advertiser? Aren't they a bi-weekly advertiser? There may not be a psychiatrist often. There may not be a psychiatrist often. Can it be successful? Can it be successful? I'm in the room where the toilet is. I'm in the room where the toilet is. It's child's play. It's child's play. Have you ever visited Turkey? Have you ever visited Turkey? They can't make foremen often. They can't make foremen often. He likes to watch sports events on television. He likes to watch sports events on television. Did you usually derive it? Did you usually derive it? I will go to the party. I will go to the party. Was your stepmother an alchemist? Was your stepmother an alchemist? May I ask you something? May I ask you something? I have a lot of kindness. I have a lot of kindness. Your grandchildren were organizers. Your grandchildren were organizers. Maybe poison. Maybe poison. Long time no see. Long time no see. Will they sometimes engage in alchemy? Will they sometimes engage in alchemy? The report was completed on time. The report was completed on time. We will have finished eating by the time they arrive at the party. We will have finished eating by the time they arrive at the party. Don't we manage? Don't we manage? Where was the last place you visited? Where was the last place you visited? The performances are extraordinary. The performances are extraordinary. Our grandchildren are chemists. Our grandchildren are chemists. Was your neighbor a sailor? Was your neighbor a sailor? There will be no librarian last year. There will be no librarian last year. They never go to bed late. They never go to bed late. His sister was a window cleaner. His sister was a window cleaner. I love the beaches in California. I love the beaches in California. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shouldn't it be expanded? Shouldn't it be expanded? No, this is all wrong. No, this is all wrong. Are your grandparents announcers? Are your grandparents announcers? Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Will we become businesswomen every year? Will we become businesswomen every year? Couldn't I suffer? Couldn't I suffer? You can't shout. You can't shout. The dog barked loudly at the postman. The dog barked loudly at the postman. He would always feel it. He would always feel it. Still no sign of the missing cat. Still no sign of the missing cat. My sister's birthday is next week. My sister's birthday is next week. Let's do a rain check. Let's do a rain check. We have guests in the gym. We have guests in the gym. Does he need to mention it soon? Does he need to mention it soon? His stepfather is the manager. His stepfather is the manager. What's on sale this week? What's on sale this week? It's like there's no tomorrow. It's like there's no tomorrow. We will not plan for 10 years. We will not plan for 10 years. It is important to keep noise levels low for other patients. It is important to keep noise levels low for other patients. I'm watching a movie tonight. I'm watching a movie tonight. The visual effects are breathtaking. The visual effects are breathtaking. He woke up early to go for a run. He woke up early to go for a run. Can I go to the volume icon? Can I go to the volume icon? The park passes through the tunnel. The park passes through the tunnel. They shouldn't be uploading anytime soon. They shouldn't be uploading anytime soon. Your sister is a therapist. Your sister is a therapist. There is a tree in the park. There is a tree in the park. We were using our own cars. We were using our own cars. Who did you see? Who did you see? We can compare. We can compare. Are they supposed to be managers soon? Are they supposed to be managers soon? It wasn't flying 2 hours ago. It wasn't flying 2 hours ago. Have you experienced vomiting or diarrhea? Have you experienced vomiting or diarrhea? I liked your brother. I liked your brother. Is my stepsister a bailiff? Is my stepsister a bailiff? I like warm bread. I like warm bread. I will handle it too. I will handle it too. The coastline is very beautiful. The coastline is very beautiful. What does bird mean? What does bird mean? His stepson was an undertaker. His stepson was an undertaker. My brother is studying medicine. My brother is studying medicine. Do not hesitate to seek medical help when necessary. Do not hesitate to seek medical help when necessary. Eric is extremely good at chess. Eric is extremely good at chess. I will look at it. I will look at it. Hello, how can I help you today? Hello, how can I help you today? I walk to work every day. I walk to work every day. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Can you continue? Can you continue? Do they always have to blame? Do they always have to blame?